The Universal One by Dr. Walter Russell. The Universal One, Volume 1, First Principles. Book 1, Chapter 13, A Dimensionless Universe. Dimension is but an appearance, an effect of motion, and is non-existent. A mile between apparent objects is non-existent with the disappearance of the objects. Man's fixed concept of a universe of innumerable objects separated by relative and measurable distances unfits him for thinking of the universe in any but a relative sense. Man must think in light for true comprehension of mind. All men may think in the higher octaves of light when they but comprehend, for with comprehension comes power. To think in light is not a new power being evolved by man like a new sense. It is a power which is already in every atom of man's composition. Man thinks in the low octaves of his own integration, almost unaware that the higher octaves are within him, for the lower octaves are superimposed upon the higher. The higher octaves of incredibly higher speeds are within the lower octaves of high potential but slow speed. Man may shift his thinking from the low speed of his outer mind to the higher speeds of his inner mind at will, even as he can shift the gears of his motor car. Man's thinking in his low octaves of bodily integration is like a man running his motor on low gear, ignorant of the fact that he has higher gears. Man's thinking in the higher octaves is like a man who is aware of higher gears in his car and knowingly uses them. Universal mind thinks in light and registers that thinking in light, which is integrated into the idea of the thinking and suspended for a time in the lower octaves of light in the appearance of form. Man's outer mind is an integration of light in the lower octaves of that which he calls matter, and man's outer mind thinks in the dimensions or illusions of mind or matter. Matter and mind and light and energy are the same. They are one. They are existent in that they never disappear. They are constant. They are eternal. Dimension of mind or light or matter or energy is but the illusion of the mind substance, due solely to more or less sustained motion. The substance which is mind or light or matter or energy and is eternally existent as cause must not be confused with its effects in motion, which are but dimensions and therefore non-existent. Dimension is purely objective. Outer mind thinking is objective thinking. Objective thinking is thinking in dimension. The substance of matter is eternal, but its illusions of dimension in form are fleeting. Matter is frozen light, crystallized light of man's own lower octaves of thinking. So even in outer mind thinking, man thinks in light, but it is meaningless to him. Man's inner mind is light of the high octaves of inspirational, ecstatic thinking. To man's inner vision, light is always light. It never disappears. Inner mind thinking is subjective thinking. Subjective thinking is dimensionless thinking. The inner mind of man knows no darkness. Light knows light, and all that is light. In the high speeds of inner thinking, matter is dimensionless. The universe of mind is a dimensionless universe. The universe of the idea of mind is a universe of dimension. The creating universe is the idea of mind. It is the divine concept of a universe of motion and the apparent separability of the one thing into the appearance of many individual things. If you are finding value in my channel, please consider supporting me to bring you more quality productions by liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, sharing with your network, and if you are in a position to do so, by leaving a donation, and you will find a link to do so in the description box below. Thank you.